The Eagles just gave us a wild update on the future of the defense in 2025, and this could be a huge risk that could either save their season or have them go to the phones at the trade deadline. We'll break down this decision made by the Eagles and how everything could turn around quickly in 2025. What's going on, guys? Alex Brooks back here on Eagles Digest to give you guys a daily dose of content for the Philadelphia Eagles. The Eagles are ready for their Week 7 matchup against the Minnesota Vikings, a big must-win game for the Philadelphia Eagles, and we have so much content for you in regards to that. But before we get into this video, if you guys are not subscribed to this channel, if you are a part of the 97.9% who aren't subscribed to this channel, come on, guys, let's subscribe. Let's comment down below. Let me know your thoughts in regards to the Philadelphia Eagles. Want to know what you guys are thinking. We appreciate all the support you guys are giving us on this channel, but let's subscribe. Let's join this Eagles family. But getting right into this video, as we talk about Jihad Campbell, the stud linebacker for the Philadelphia Eagles. He was a first-round pick 30 out of Alabama, and he has just done wonders for the Philadelphia Eagles, really stepping up in his first couple of weeks of NFL action. And this is something that is huge for the Philadelphia Eagles, knowing that Nakobe Dean went down with an injury last year, and we needed someone who could step in and do so well for the Eagles. And I definitely think with him and Zach Bond, it has been, the defense has not looked like, or in the linebacker position, it has not skipped a beat with Jihaad Campbell in there. They had a tough game against the Giants last week, but overall this season, they have been holding it down at the linebacker spot. But we just learned from the Philadelphia Eagles that there is going to be a little bit of a change. They're going to start experimenting with some things in regards to Jihad Campbell and mainly off of the edge. And this was from Jovan Alford at Fansided saying, do you risk Campbell getting worn down playing the edge as he'll have to face 300-plus pound offensive linemen? Yes. And not to mention, you're losing another playmaker at the linebacker spot. However, Fangio does have Nakobe Dean at his disposal, whom he can plug into Campbell's spot next to Bond when the rookie is being utilized as a pass rusher. And we know what the impact that Jihad Campbell and Nakobe Dean have had at this linebacker position. We knew Nakobe Dean and Zach Bond, they were going to be the best two linebacker duo in the NFL, and they looked like it in 2024. Now with Jihad Campbell, he's doing the exact same thing and having really good success. Looking at the PFF numbers throughout week 6, you're looking at what Jihad Campbell has been able to do. Tackling has been extraordinary with his tackling. I mean, looking from week 1 all the way to week 6, he had his best game against Denver, where the Eagles ended up losing. But when you're looking at the limited snaps when he was doing more pass rushing, besides the Tampa Bay game, he has not done well at pass rushing, but those are very limited. The most snaps he had was 11, and he had a 61.6 grade on PFF. But when you're looking at it, the coverage has kind of went down from week 1 all the way down to week 6. So there's going to be a change for Jihad Campbell in this system. Definitely think that he can utilize that linebacker or that edge rusher spot because he is so versatile with his skills. When you're looking at just his defensive rating, it has been very consistent at 83.2 on the season. So he's been able to do so well tackling, and just having a guy who knows how to tackle and knows how to get the quarterback down, it can be huge for this edge rushing group that has just been decimated by injuries. And, when we're looking at what Nick Sirianni has said about this defense, he has, been very comfortable with this edge room, but he's definitely knowing that there's going to be some changes coming up real soon if the Eagles defense cannot figure it out. And he had this to say on the state of the edge room. He said, I'm not going to obviously talk through some of those things. Obviously, I think you guys respect that with not giving opponents any information or anything like that, but really excited about the room. And what I took away from those comments is that Jihad Campbell is going to be utilized at the edge because just of his ability to tackle, his ability to just be that versatile jack of all trades type of guy, because we know what Nakobe Dean has done in the past. We knew that he had a breakout year in 2024 before he went down with that injury. So I think the Eagles are confident enough in their depth at linebacker, knowing that Bond and Dean, they have the chemistry there, and they know that they have Jeremiah Trotter Jr. and Small Munden to really be those guys if any of those guys go down. So they have depth at linebacker. They have enough depth at linebacker, and I think it's time to utilize the edge room a little bit more. Darius Smith is gone. He retired. So now you got to get someone off the edge before you go into the trade talks of the trade deadline. Use Jihad Campbell. Use him off the edge. See what he has around the edge and see if defenses are able to adjust. If they're not able to adjust, then you have a two-way weapon that could be huge for this Eagles defense. And just kind of looking at, what Howie can do this in this trade deadline, not off season, at this trade deadline, it's definitely going to be something of the edge. He's definitely going to want to go after an edge rusher and a cornerback. I've said in multiple videos, Trey Hendrickson, Denzel Ward, you definitely got to get those guys in this building to really change this Eagles defense. But Jihad Campbell, if he's able to go and really do well for this Eagles team, it can do numbers for this 2025 season. And just kind of looking at what he did in Alabama before he just kind of went down with his injury, you're looking at the pass rush. He had a 76.3 grade on the season, but when you're looking at just certain types of games, his first couple weeks when he's doing more pass rushing, he is looking very good. But when we're looking at the game at LSU, a really top opponent in college, he had 16 pass rushing attempts and he had a 68 grade. That's not too bad. And he had an 87 coverage. So he was able to do really good with tackling, coverage, and he was doing pretty decent at pass rushing. He's not going to be a guy who's going to be a finished product. But it's definitely adding another guy in this room, getting more reps to be at the pass rushing and just get used to pass rushing at the NFL level. And I think that with this edge group right now, you have Azeez Ojulari, you have Joshua Uche, you have guys who, you have Jalix Hunt who hasn't been doing well off of the edge. You need to have someone else in this edge room to just give a little bit of a spark and help this defense flourish like they did back in 2024. But that's going to do it for another edition of Eagles Digest. Appreciate all the support you guys are giving us on this channel. Remember to subscribe, hit the bell so you're notified of all these videos. Comment, let me know what you think about Jihad Campbell going to the edge. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Fly, Eagles, fly, and go Birds.